Every October, I set myself some sort of challenge and attempt to step outside of my comfort zone and try something new. This year, the challenge has taken a little bit of a self-help route, and these are the predetermined rules that I've sort of set myself. So for the whole month, no alcohol, no caffeine, only drinking water, follow a 4-week powerlifting program, run every single morning, meditate for 15 to 60 minutes a day, and read 10 pages minimum a night. Some of these I have more experience with than others, so some parts will suck a little bit less, but overall, like, I'm pretty excited for this. After 3 lockdowns, I feel like I kind of need something like this, and I think it will do me some good. But now you know the idea of it, let's get into it.
I really just don't fuck with niggas. So to myself nowadays it's really hard to read intentions. Funny how people who act distant say you acting different. Trust me, if I don't fuck with you, I keep it consistent. Life's a challenge, so for balance had to right some wrongs. If it don't bring me peace, then please don't call my phone. Watch your tone, niggas want so much, I wish I had a clone. Feeling like Tyrese, what more you want from me? I just want my baby, lifestyle drive me crazy. Who the fuck gon' save me? Niggas trying to play me. Contemplating daily if I should blow this bitch up. Kick the door and load this bitch up. Hold this bitch up, I'm pockets bitch up. You timid as fuck, niggas switch up. Every time a nigga see a nigga close to the bread, I'm close to the edge. Try a nigga, I got niggas that'll come for your head. While my daughter sleep in comfort instead. Try a nigga, I got niggas that'll come for your head.
Way too much going on. Do not disturb on my phone. Where I lay my head don't feel like home. And niggas wonder why I be in my zone. Way too much going on. Do not disturb on my phone. Where I lay my head don't feel like home. And niggas wonder why I be in my zone.
It is day 8 of the Sober October program, and I'm currently doing the thing I dislike the most out of this month, and that's running. And yeah, to be honest, like, it's been kind of hell. Like, my lower back and my shins have been getting the worst pain in the last week, but I feel like I'm sort of getting a little bit better at it, which is quite motivating because it makes me want to keep doing it. I don't know, I've tried to get into running so many times and I've just never been able to make it stick. I just don't enjoy it. But I think that's the whole reason I put it into the October program. Is you know, if I put it into this, then I'd have no choice but to stick to it for once. So that's what I'm doing this month. And I think the main thing with when trying to start a new habit is just, I think 90% of it is just showing up. So that's what I'm trying to do every day. And that's what I've been doing so far. And honestly, it just makes you feel a little bit better, like running in the morning. Look at that. Especially when the views are like this, you know what I mean? But yeah, all that cliche shit. I'm starting to really feel like a runner or something. I'm gonna keep running.
You see, there's more to life than mortifying memory creation. Compress the waves inside of you with melodies escaping. I try my best to never second guess a single step, so when they see me at my best, they'll be nothing short of impressed. Told the homies we gon' go far, screaming to the whole yard. Simple showmanship could be a show off. Holy matrimony to the motion, never hold a stick to writing. Niggas left like we play with broken controllers. Tough to focus through commotion. I suffer through devotion. I numb myself to ruckus, let the public feel emotion. Post up against depression, resolve it writing scripture. To roll up to the gram and slang post-traumatizing pictures. No peace of mind will get you. I grasp it where I can. Do leaps of faith and keep away. I swear I'm just a man. And if my spirit leaves today and death should make demands, I know I stood for something if it catch me where I stand. Slow days, fake stress, big smile, hate text, no show, full flow, go slow, play chess, break dimes, paychecks, new day, same mess, face to face with a better me, said do more, say less.
I've just got to do a quick little update because today is the first day that I've actually enjoyed running. It's taken about 3 weeks, but we're actually here. I've achieved the so-called runner's high. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a bit of a myth, but we're here. I don't know if it's just because the weather's really nice or something, but I just didn't really want to stop running now. But I've kind of got to go to work, so kind of have to. I don't know what it was, but there was just a switch today that has made running go from being terrible to pretty incredible. I feel so good. And doing this for 3 weeks has definitely had some pretty great benefits. The only downside that I want to admit to running so much, or this frequently, is that it's sort of affecting my powerlifting. Like having such tight hips and tight hamstrings all the time, my deadlifts and my squats are just taking like a little bit of a hit. That's the only downside, but I think I'll be able to mitigate that by not running so much. Like I'm just going a bit psycho mode for October, like doing it every single day. I think that's not clever. That's the only thing that I've really noticed is the downside. My legs kill, man. Like, all the time. Like, all the time.
We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We get them stars in my ceiling. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We get them stars in my ceiling. Floating around in a rave every day out in space. Smoke the first one in a day. I feel Omega today. I feel colossal today. Floating around out of space. Speeder like don't wanna race. Keeping the ops on the chase. I see stars all in my cave. Superstar, I need a cape. How you feel, trip? I feel great. Laser beam open your face, and it won't leave a trace. That's why I'm feeling so safe. Damn, I'm in love with this place. Take my bitch on a date. Gaze at the moon and
We'll
stars.
go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We get them stars in my ceiling. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We'll go to the moon and the stars. We get them stars in my ceiling.
So I actually started meditating back in July, and is the real reason that I got this chart that keeps popping up in this video. I read somewhere that it's just easier to stick to a new habit when you can visually see your progress, and checking a day off after getting through a meditation session would just sort of give me that small sense of achievement and then motivate me to not miss a day, you know? Saying that though, you can see a few days that are missing an X, and that's basically why I thought it'd be a good idea to make it a part of this challenge. Not missing a day so far has felt great, and out of everything, it's definitely the thing I look forward to the most. So back when I tried meditation for the first time, it wasn't until I sat down and tried it that I realized how much time I spent in my own head and how difficult I found it to just focus on what was happening in the present. If you've never tried it, it probably sounds super cliche, and believe me, I used to think the exact same thing, but now that I'm doing it and it's almost 3 months in, I've realized that having control over your emotions and your reactions and being able to distinguish between things you can and can't control is it's honestly like some sort of superpower. Like I don't think a lot of people have that ability. Plus it has an enormous list of health benefits, and it's been proven to reduce cortisol levels, improve quality of sleep, and boost overall happiness, which are 3 things I can definitely vouch for. By no means am I like a pro at meditation or strictly even that good at it, but I've noticed I've improved quite a bit compared to when I first began in July. And to be honest, I feel like it's just something that a lot of people could benefit from. There are a lot of paid apps out there to sort of get you started, but the guided meditation videos that I've been using are these 2 here. One is a 30-minute guided meditation by Sam Harris, and the other is a 15-minute one from Alan Watts, both of which are free on YouTube. There are obviously like a whole plethora of guided meditations on YouTube, but these are just the 2 that I used. I don't want to sit here and explain exactly how you do it. You can easily find that out yourself. But if you are going to give it a go, then just stick with it, because it's not going to be easy to start with. But just like all things, it's going to get better with time and you'll eventually reap the benefits. But yeah, back to the video now.
When it comes to wordplay, I'm bringing it. Everything I do is spine tingling, guaranteed to keep your mind lingering. When it comes down to me and the world, I'm fingering. Me against the world, leave the ocean full of pearls. Oyster, guaranteed to get the pussy moister. If the earth don't wanna be saved, I disappoint her. As I constantly try to evolve just like a togepi. Keep my pockets thick as the Parkers, Professor Ogilvy. No one sick as me, have the common cold, catch a cold from me. Isn't it ironic, the younger me is the older me? Fans demand that I rap about shit I did at 17. Might as well I cut my hair off and take some
Disrespect
LSD.
Zal, and I might have to raise hell. The only way you live is if you saved by the bell. Cause I'm teaching niggas lessons while they find a way to fail. That's the reason why I think you niggas tripping like you fell. Well, I flip a coin and make a wish. I wish these pussy niggas found a way to hop up off my dick. I flip my wrist and make her disappear. Now that's a fucking trick. I trick a nigga off the liquor to give me the money before I fucking flip him.
Probably can't hear anything right now because it's so windy, but it's the 31st of October, 31 months and 31 days, we actually got it done, and to be able to just say that I can stick with it, it's like such a good feeling. It just goes to show though, doesn't it, like when you're starting something new, You don't have to go balls deep on it every single day. Just progressively get a little bit better every single day and show up, and you're gonna get better. You're gonna improve. And that's just the approach that I've taken to running. And to be fair, that leaks over to everything in life. So if you're gonna take something away from this video, take that. Just show up and you're gonna feel better.
Just gotta know.
Okay, this music is probably definitely gonna get me copyrighted, but I just want to explain what I'm doing because my powerlifting program is completely finished now, and it is a Sunday, and technically I should be resting, but since the 31st of October, I just want to do something to celebrate, and by doing that, I'm going to try and rip a new PR on deadlifts. I hit 205 in competition a couple of months back, so even if it's just a 5 kilo PR, like, I'm going to be super happy with that. We're going to aim for 210, and if we get any more, then we're laughing.
Just got in the habit of switching the flow. Just trying to travel the globe. Tired of being underlooked in this bitch. Tired of hearing I can't wait till you blow. Had to step out of my shell for a bit. Cuzzo told me put my foot on their throat. Had to let go of some niggas last year. Wish they let my nigga out on parole. Niggas used to bump the warm up by cold. While niggas used to warm the house with the stove. Shit, if he made it out of this bitch, ain't no telling where my talent can go. Skinny nigga from the foe used to battle rap niggas for bread when I'm bored. Fuck with your boy, used to swerve in a Honda Accord to the store. Hit up the midget for Newport 100s and lottery tickets. Now I be whipping some shit that I prayed for. All my shit paid for. Niggas will switch on you quick like what team do you play for? I did a fake nigga like case closed. All my life I been 10 toes. GED my initials. So fuck what you talking, I get every dollar. I don't have a call, if I did I would pop it like nigga was popping. But bro I can't call it like look where we started, but now we here. Niggas throwing.
So I just got to quickly interject here and say exactly what's going through my head at this point. I watched the footage back and realized how fast that actually moved. So I decided I was just going to send another PR of 220 kilos. Also warning, I know it's been hip hop throughout this whole video, but it's big PR time song. So you're going to hear a bit of a different song.
Before I say another word, just know that my intentions were pure. But you can't stand to be in silence. All you can hear is your own voice, fueling delusion in you. And I'm just so sick of backing down that I might just feel it all. And if I do, you won't be coming back without a team scar in your soul. Are you not sick of playing games? Sick of giving blame? Sick of fucking living like the world has never given you a locked and fighting day? And I can't relate, and I feel nothing for you. I feel nothing for you. And I found too late. I buried this in its evidence. You won't change, won't change.
So it's been about a week since I finished the Sober October program, and I just wanted to reflect on my experience a little bit. Ultimately, I'd say it was a really good thing to do, and like I'm really glad that I did do it. But there were a few things that I'd probably change if I was ever going to do it again. The first one being running every single day. If you're already a runner and your body is like used to that sort of regular aerobic exercise, then like being able to run every day for a month would probably be quite manageable. But for someone who has got like next to no experience and suddenly jumping in, it's probably a bit stupid, and it kind of was, to be honest. My game plan was to like mitigate the pain by alternating how intense my runs were. My first run honestly lasted about 10 minutes, and even then, like I got pretty intense DOMs from it. And then because I'd have to do the same run 24 hours later, I just like was never giving my body enough time to recover. And I was even purposely doing things to maximize recovery as well. Like I was tracking my macros to ensure I was getting enough protein in. I was sleeping efficiently as possible. I was deep stretching before bed, having ice baths and stuff, but not once going into a run in the morning did I ever feel like my lower body was like ready for that. It's been like a week since I've actually done a run, and my body is like still recovering. So as you saw in the video though, there were moments where I was enjoying running, like a couple of weeks in, and most of my runs I started reaching like this runner's high that was overriding the pain. But then after, when I'd get home, like I'd instantly feel that like super tightness and muscle aches. I was getting like cramps as well. It wasn't the smartest move. Not consuming any caffeine all month had some pretty good benefits actually. For the most part, my energy levels actually felt like they'd increased in a way, but I knew that that wasn't really the case. I think it was just like not having caffeine in my system meant that I wasn't spiking and crashing every day. And my energy levels were like more so at just the baseline level, if that makes sense. Also, like not being so stimulated meant getting to sleep faster and waking up felt a lot easier. To play devil's advocate though, there aren't any studies really to prove that small amounts of caffeine is unhealthy for you as long as you're not consuming it at nighttime. And also over the course of the month, there were moments where a hit of pre-workout to get me through a heavy squat session or a coffee break at work to keep me focused could have really boosted my performance a little bit. I've done a month of no caffeine before, and the withdrawals that I got from it that time round were way more noticeable than this time. And originally when I stopped it, like I was getting pretty severe headaches and I was like super irritable and I felt like I couldn't really concentrate on anything. This time though, it was like nothing like that. And I think if you're gonna try and just come clean off of caffeine, then the side effects of doing that should like not be underestimated because it's a drug, right? And if you're constantly railing it into your system, then like suddenly stopping it is gonna, your body's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that was the caffeine part. In terms of powerlifting, the program that I followed was just the second cycle of the same program that I was doing before October. So it was all very familiar to me. Like I knew what I was doing going into every session. It's heavily bench focused because I'm trying to press 140 by the end of the year and sort of running out of time a little bit. So I was benching 3 times a week, deadlifting twice and squatting once. I touched on it in the video a little bit, but the running just sort of destroyed my adductors and it was like really affecting my squats. You can see in this footage here that my depth was just like pretty much non-existent. And when you're training for a competition like I am, it isn't good practice at all. So that also wasn't great. But saying that though, like I am currently the strongest I've ever been, and I'd highly recommend checking out some of the workout programs over at Strength by Science. They're the guys that put together the program that I've been using, and yeah, it's just good to add a bit of structure to your workouts if you're looking for that. I'd also attest this strength gain to like my diet. I've been bulking all month too and have put on a bunch of weight, so that's propelled my strength exponentially. I don't really have anything bad to say about this part of the challenge. Like the transition of my focus from bodybuilding to powerlifting over the past couple of years has been the best fitness decision I've ever made. There isn't really a better feeling than just like feeling strong, and just like watching my numbers go up in the gym has been so sick. Like honestly, reading and meditating were like the 2 things that I do before bed every single night. So it was like my night routine, if you will, and that was great because what it meant was I was getting away from screen time before bed, which made my sleep infinitely better. Like I can't stress how important sleep is. I listened to this podcast by a sleep expert called Dr. Matthew Walker, who often goes into detail about the importance of good quality sleep. And this month really sort of put that into practice for me. He always talks about like the negative impact screen stimulants can have on your sleep, and having a nighttime routine that didn't involve scrolling social media or like being sat on my PC before bed meant that my sleep became a lot deeper. And whereas I'd normally wake up like multiple times throughout the night, during October I just slept like all the way through. Also, like if you're in the gym trying to build muscle, good consistent sleep is the most anabolic thing. People will come up to me and be like, oh, like I'm training all the time, like I work out 5 times a week and I'm just not seeing results. It always comes down to like 1 or 2 things. Like it's either your diet is shit or your sleep schedule is shit. And when you merge both those 2 things together, you're never gonna see results. Like don't sleep on sleep. I really wasn't prepared for this experience to be like so transformative. The amount of things that I've had to do this month and that I've stuck to, and each individual aspect of it has had such a good benefit. Now I just feel like I'm at the happiest I feel like I've been in a long time. I don't know, I just feel like I've sort of pulled myself out of a bit of a rut, to be honest. I do want to just quickly say though, if you have stuck around this far in the video, then just like cheers for watching, because although this whole experience has been super beneficial for me, the best thing about it has been being able to make this video. Filming this whole experience and editing it together and stuff has created a new sense of motivation that I haven't had in what seems like forever. So yeah, stick around and subscribe and all that good stuff if you want to see more of this kind of thing, because it's going to keep coming regardless if nobody watches it. Thank you if you have watched this, and I will see you on the next one.